Show is for entertainment purposes only. Do not mistake this show for medical advice. If you or anyone you know is in need of a dentist, please contact 480-391-0099 to set up an appointment.
Welcome to our podcast. Sit back and relax. Dental Works Podcast. We're gonna share some facts. We gonna raise your dental IQ at the Dental Works Podcast. We will guide you. Put out some bad jokes before we are through. Free information here just for you. Sit back and have a good time.
Today is May 8th, 2023, and this is episode number 120 of the Dental Works Podcast, the show about learning the ins and outs of dentistry from a patient's perspective. I am Ted Work, and that over there is Dr. Terry Work.
Greetings and salutations.
Dental Works is a family dental practice based in Scottsdale, Arizona that has been 25 and a half years.
Woo!
We are here again with Debbie Romano. Thank you for joining us for a second episode on the podcast. We are going to talk more on this episode about how healthy eating can be beneficial for your dental health as well.
Well, everything, actually. She is a certified nutrition and wellness consultant. Debbie, welcome back.
Thank you.
And we were talking last time about how your husband had a cardiac event, let's just call it, and it inspired you to look into how you could help. I mean, that's obviously the best gift you can give is saving your spouse's life. I don't think your mom would agree, but anyway. So you
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What were you talking about?
You learned about nutrition to help your husband. So I kind of continue on with that story. He had a quadruple bypass, I believe it was.
Yes.
And so, but then how receptive was he to the changes? And kind of give us a little history on exactly how that kind of went down.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy.
Okay, he's Italian.
I did.
Your mom's Italian.
And I
She's
thought-
nothing but trouble.
A lot of cheese.
And I could cook. I love to cook.
A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese. And we had to take that, kind of bring that down a little bit and bring
But
in
I mean,
more.
you don't eliminate it. You're just
Bring it down quite a bit.
I know, but think about
his
Chicago,
arena.
Oh my gosh.
Italian.
That's right.
Oh my God.
But
true.
season your food. Season the vegetables that you can cook. The spaghetti squash that I could put marinara sauce in.
Sure.
Those type of things that you be creative.
And so how were you measuring what you were doing, how it was helping? Obviously, blood tests, that kind of stuff. You know, a lot of people do you can buy those little Mojo blood tester things to test blood sugar and that kind of stuff. Do you get into any of that kind of stuff or not so much?
I do not. I leave that for the doctors.
Okay.
So when we do get the blood work done, after, I want to say, probably 3 months into really bringing in the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
and
when,
making sure he's not cheating.
That's when that's right. That's when the numbers started changing.
Oh, good.
But as far as cheating, that's not up to me.
Right.
You know, that's up to him.
And that accountability is a huge part of that.
Huge. And not only the food, but also exercise. Also, you know, the heart is a muscle.
Sure.
And in order to get that muscle stronger.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, it's a muscle, but it's not like a bicep muscle. You don't want it to grow big and hyper-perfect.
It's a
Right.
lean machine you want, heart-wise.
Well, we want to get that heart rate up. And in order to do that, we need to exercise.
Right.
We need to move.
Yeah.
Right. And so with his cardiologist was helping you kind of, you know, you're going to do the dietary thing, but there has to be some, it's kind of like physical therapy or whatever, but you're measuring what's going on. But then there's, obvious changes that are happening because, a lot of people don't know, but you can have like fat on your organs, like inside your body. You can have a lot of internal fat that is just really unhealthy, a fatty liver, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
And so dietary changes to get that down. But there's also a lot of like, your body produces different hormones and different things that drive your hunger and drive your, urges to eat. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I can talk about that word sugar.
Okay.
That addictive sugar, that pleasure trap that, so when we eat clean, our taste buds can change within 2 weeks. When there's a lot of food that we consume that has chemically enhanced sugars, added sugars, we're craving that. So in the afternoon, and we haven't had that sugar high, we're craving that. We need that. But when you start a clean diet, when you start bringing in real food, your fruits and your vegetables, your nuts, your beans, your legumes, and you're eating that fiber in these fruits and vegetables, and we're being satiated, we're being full, and we're going to get real glucose. We're going to get the real sugar on a cellular level, energy, from a fruit. Eat that apple instead of having that coffee from Starbucks with that added sugar that's going to give you that high to get through.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and then also I've seen, we talked last segment about different documentaries, and they talk about, our food has changed. Like a Honey Crisp apple. Oh, I just want one apple. They're the size of a damn cantaloupe, and they're packed with way more sugar. So what about like, serving portions? How do you help people with that kind of, how do you know how much of each thing to eat?
Well, and you just brought up apples. If it were I and I was shopping, I'd rather have someone, if they're going to have an apple, try and buy the organic.
Okay. Which was another thing I was going to ask about, organic.
Organic, if you can. There's certain things that, if like spinach, your baby spinach, buy that organic. Buy your apples organic. Your wheat.
Is that because no pesticides or what?
Correct.
Okay.
And, and wheat is not the same as it was.
No.
It's mass produced,
right.
It's modified, all those things. It's just, and that's why the gluten-free arena which I am gluten-free.
Okay.
Physically, I have a reaction to gluten.
Okay.
I'm not going to go buy the packaged goods of gluten-free because it's gluten-free, but my body is reacting to the gluten.
Yeah. And and I wonder about that. Also, I mentioned it last time we were talking about peanut butter, and it seems like every kid's allergic to peanut butter now. I don't remember that ever being a problem. But with the genetically modified foods, like a grain of wheat now has so much more carbs in it than it used to be. It used to be a lot more fiber, and so it forced your body to really break it down. And the way they make bread now, it doesn't ferment as long, and so it's back in the 50s before I was born. Your body had to really work a lot harder to break it down, so you were actually burning calories to digest. Now food is almost instantly turned into sugar, and I'm no biochemist or whatever, but I know
You're barely a doctor.
The changes that they've made. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. Thank you. But your body doesn't react the same way to wheat that it did before because the wheat has changed. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same thing with corn.
Oh.
Think about the corn. That's so mass produced, and it's a cheap feed. Your wheat, your corn, even the peanuts like you were talking about. If I were to buy peanut butter for my child today, it would definitely be organic.
Okay.
Yeah. But the corn is so mass produced right now. That's another thing I would say, organic for sure.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It seems like, again, it's just driven by the almighty dollar. And so that's why the packaged food thing is a little bit scary for me. If you're cooking all by yourself or all your own stuff, then at least you know what you've got. But another thing that I've heard is like, oh, if you're going to eat apples, eat crab apples, not Fuji apples, or eat this. Because, well, crab apples kind of suck, but they're small and they have way less sugar. And, again,
Did you know that crab apples are the only they're the only indigenous apple species to the Americas.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Right.
They bring in all sorts of different stuff to
Sure.
make us way less healthy.
Exactly.
Yes. So now, as far as dietary things, it's like, we tell our patients, you shouldn't eat caramels all day or whatever. I mean, for tons of different reasons. And it has to do with what sticks to you too. But like apples are fairly acidic. They have a high sugar content, that kind of thing. But to bite into an apple actually almost kind of cleans your teeth. So anything you're chewing a lot can be good and bad.
Well, wait. So hold on. I'm eating caramels. They get all in
Caramelled
my teeth.
apples.
That doesn't, caramelled apples. That doesn't clean all my teeth. You're talking about. I wasn't even thinking about caramelled apples. That was a good combo to refute what you were talking about.
Yeah. Now I want a caramelled apple. But from a dietary perspective, it's interesting because we'll get patients that come in and they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, hey, how's your blood pressure? Well, it was really high, but my doctor gave me a pill and now I'm totally good. And I'm looking at him and like, dude, you're still 150 pounds overweight. People are, and physicians get tired of people like, dude, just stab me with something and fix me. I don't want to do it myself. Putting it back on the person. So what you said earlier, and I don't know if it was this one or the one before, is like, hey, that's not my problem. Your health is yours. And so having people take ownership in their own experience is a huge part of it. I mean, it has to be.
Oh, accountability is huge. And you were talking about prescription drugs, either for cholesterol, diabetes. It's just such a Band-Aid. And, oh, my cholesterol is doing really, really great because I'm taking the medication. That's not helping what's going on in the arteries. Okay? So we have to really, really understand that our bodies, we just need to heal them with Mother Nature. We have to stop the packaged and the processed and the chemically enhanced and come back to nature more. Not just little by little. If we can have an apple or just even some grapes instead of a caramel or a cookie.
Or
things like that.
When Debbie's not looking, we can have a go.
I don't think Debbie knows this, but in the kitchen, there's a big thing of cookies.
It's funny. I cook a lot. I make sourdough bread. I do a lot of that stuff, but I don't eat it very much because
you're amazing.
I don't
wow.
shut up.
You're incredible.
I do it because I want everyone
you're
around
like
me to be fat and unhealthy, so I feel better about myself. That's another way you can go is make everyone else so unhealthy that you feel better about yourself. No,
wow, that's
I'm
pretty
just totally kidding.
Machiavellian.
No, who's that? Is that a dentist?
All right.
I'm just
you
kidding.
are uncultured.
No, you go down through here, and session 3 talks about sugars, and session 4 talks about fiber and hydration. You talk about plant proteins, but again, the whole fiber thing, your digestive tract is such a big part of how your body deals with it. They used to think that your appendix didn't really do anything, but now they find out it's like a little place that recultures your intestines when you get sick. Like if you get, I don't know, vomity or diarrhea-ish.
Are those the technical terms?
Yes.
Interesting.
And you
this
get
guy's
also,
a doctor.
Supposedly your appendix is supposed to recolonize the way to get your intestinal tract down. So now when you're dealing with kind of coaching people on their nutrition, what is it you say about their intestinal tract? That's a terrible segue, but you know what I mean.
What an excellent question.
It's true. When you eat your vegetables, when you eat your fruit, there's fiber, and that fiber is a natural cleanse. So we can save ourselves a lot of money. If we eat clean every day, you're naturally cleansing your body every single day.
And I mean, because a lot of people are like, oh, I drink orange juice. That's one of the worst things, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
eat an orange.
Yeah. Do
know,
the work. If you really want to work, have
Just-
some like
that's it.
pomegranates because that
Well,
takes
there was
all
a-
day.
Well,
to
and
chill.
your body will talk.
There's
Your
like
body will
there
tell
was a
you.
huge push not that long ago for like juicing fruits and like drinking lots of
Yeah,
juices.
I mean, there's fatty stuff.
Sure. And
ish
that's
stuff.
why I really, really want to emphasize the importance of fiber. You know, we can't control everything. You know, outside factors, you know, heavy metals, air pollution, water pollution, all those things, what we breathe, the chemicals, you know, going around. What happens when we eat fiber, that fiber goes through your digestive tract and that is taking the toxins out with it. So that's why it's very important, even in Arizona, of course, to hydrate, to keep the water, and both of those two together can create some magic in the digestive
Well, I mean, your
tract.
body is 92%
That's right.
water. You
Yep,
need to give
keep
it what
drinking
it needs.
That's right.
Yeah, and
I don't think that number is quite right.
Well,
I think it's like
it's-
70%, but
I don't know.
No, it's up there.
I think
I
it's,
think
higher
it's like
than that.
I'm gonna look
okay.
it up.
Google that stuff. But you know, from a dental standpoint, you know, if you need to get fiber and chew and this and that, I mean, if you
60%.
don't have any teeth, you can't 60%
60%.
I think your facts
I was
are wrong.
closer than you were.
Okay, you were.
92.
So I thought
what are we like water? What are we? Water balloons? You know, there's bones, right? Bones can't be any water content. There's no water
we
in
need
bones.
to drink our water.
We need to drink our water.
Yes.
But getting back to the fiber thing, you know, I have lots of patients that, you know, they're like, well, I mean, all I can eat is McDonald's hamburgers because my teeth are so bad, you know, and it's
Okay.
it's a function of, you know, in your mouth, people get gum disease, and it's this vicious cycle of you're unhealthy and you get periodontal disease because you don't get proper nutrients. And now I have gum disease and my teeth are loose, so I can't chew and I can't this. And it's so much cheaper to go to McDonald's than it is to go to the store, and which is totally not true. I mean, carrots are not that expensive. You know.
Yeah, but if you
eat
have
a
bad teeth,
salad.
you're going to eat carrots.
Well, I mean, okay, that might have been a bad
quite
joke.
possibly the worst thing you could try and eat with
But
that.
That might sound- cucumber.
A carrot is the skin of a carrot. That's their cells. So when we chew, we're breaking those cells up.
Yeah, Right. yeah.
And that's when the magic happens. Our saliva goes in there. So it's a whole gamut of things that happen when we
Right.
eat
And
with our
not-
teeth.
And like you said, not cooking the nutrients out of things. Can you talk a little bit
Absolutely.
about cooking styles that help kind of keep the nutrients in the food that you're eating? Not just the choices of food, but how you prepare them.
Sure. When you bake, you know, you're just baking the vegetable. You're not boiling it where you're throwing away all the nutrients.
Unless you drink the
in
water.
exactly. Which I love to talk about soup.
Oh, I love
You know, so if you like soup, make a vegetable soup and drink your nutrients. I make my own vegetable broth.
I make
Surprise.
sugar cane soup.
It's one of the oldest
And
forms of
it's-
food.
Soup is wonderful.
Bone
Oh, yeah.
broth.
You know,
Yeah.
just if we can do that, that's one step forward to a
Yes.
choice.
Every year
That's-
we do a honey baked ham, and then I make split pea soup. Okay, this may not be in the dietary program, but a honey baked ham, which is coated in sugar. It's
I like
Well,
the
it's
split
honey.
pea soup.
It's
split
honey.
pea soup
Yeah.
is really
It's one of my
And with
favorites.
That we're going to move on to our next segment, which
Okay.
is our favorite segment, Celebrity Smiles. Please remember, if you're listening to the show and you're not watching us, you can watch us on YouTube. We have images of the people's teeth that we're looking at, and so if you're like, oh, I wonder what that looks like, but I'm driving and I can't see it. Well, don't watch it while you're
pull
driving.
over and watch the entire episode.
Wait
and
till you
then
get to work
continue
to
on.
watch the video.
Unless you're in a car with your pregnant wife and you're going to the emergency
And
room.
so the first person there's no theme this time. It's just random people. And this is probably quite possibly the most random 3 people I could have assembled.
We'll find some connection. They all know Kevin Bacon or something.
Okay, the first person is Bob Dylan.
Oh,
Oh, man. That's what he sounds like.
Bob. I spelled Dodd.
Dodd Billin.
Yeah, Dodd Billin.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan teeth. It,
do you
it
like
pulls
Bob
up
Dylan?
teeth.
I know
Okay,
you're a
I do.
harmonicist.
So I
Do you appreciate his harmonica skill?
my God.
He's a good harmonica.
You know, he's not that good of a singer, but he is a poet.
He's a poet. Yeah, that's what it is.
Is that what you were going to say?
I was going to say
we
that.
Were gonna,
He's
like,
a wordsman.
We have never agreed on
not
anything.
a songs
He
master.
is a wordsman.
He is a wordsman. Let me
I woke up today.
How are his teeth?
His teeth are not great. So
I
this is a
went to the
perfect
dentist.
example of somebody who can have a midline shift to the side and it's not noticeable. But when their front teeth are crooked, it's pretty bad. He's
great. I got the bubblegum fluoride. Man. Yeah, he's definitely.
the look
getting
on
there.
her face is awesome.
What are we giving Bob Dylan?
He's got a harmonica.
Out of
One of his
10.
teeth is a harmonica. A lot of people don't
What?
know that.
Well, no, each
He's
one is a
4.
different
He's
note.
a 3.
Each
Yeah.
one is a different note.
Harmonica teeth. That's
Bro,
what
you
they
got to
call
get
it.
on that, man. My
3.
mom's trying to get you to invent something.
Yeah.
The tooth bottle opener, the harmonica teeth, a lot of teeth related.
Yeah, we're
crossbow
doing a-
whisper. We
crowns.
have
How many people hurt their
Silencer for a
teeth
crossbow.
opening
Crowns with
oh.
a fish line cutter.
all right, what do we give Bob
Toenail
Dylan a 3?
clipper teeth. No, you'd have to be pretty flexible to make that work. Too soon?
Yeah, and
All right.
I
what's the
can't
next
even
one?
imagine the aftertaste. Here we go. The second person. Random celebrities. First person was Bob Dylan. Second person is one David Copperfield.
Oh, he's
the
got,
magician.
I can tell you he's got nice teeth. Copperfield.
Well, he made
Yeah,
all
I
his
bet
bad
he has
ones
nice
disappear.
teeth too.
Well, what?
That
He
was
made all his
good.
bad
That was
ones
good.
disappear.
He's going to make his plaque disappear by brushing.
All right. Mine was, you ruined it.
Oh, dude, he's got nice
What do we
teeth.
got? Could you land a plane on him? I feel like in my head I see his teeth and they just
he
are
is just
huge.
a handsome guy.
Well, yeah, it's because you're looking at him instead of whatever object he's holding, and then it disappears.
That's how he. That's where he
There's
gets
the
you.
magic.
That's how he does it.
So first of all, he's got crowns on 7 and 10.
Okay,
That's obvious.
he's talking about.
But he's got a
Oh,
nice
he's
smile.
got nice teeth.
He's got nice teeth, and
Yeah.
he's just a handsome guy. He's got a
Yeah.
big blood vein in his forehead.
What do we got?
I like him.
His are
David Copperfield.
He's got a 8.
Giving him an 8. That's
He's an
pretty
8.
good.
He's an 8.
pretty
Oh,
good.
what was Bob Dylan?
Looks like a
3.
4.
3?
3 or 4.
Okay.
3.
All right, and
All right, so we
I
got-
pushed him up one number because he plays the harmonica. He was a 2. No. Okay, who's next?
yeah, our rating is real wonky
Yeah,
on
there's
these two. I don't know.
it's not super scientific.
It's more by feel.
Okay.
All right,
third
and
one.
the third person of this random assemblage. Remember, Bob Dylan, David Copperfield. Who do you think it could be? You just randomly guess. We got some time here. If you could just any
Diane
random person.
Klebold.
No, it's a man. I'll give you that.
Okay. Carl
It has to
Jackson.
be a real person.
Okay.
You can't just make up a name. That doesn't help us.
You're really corralling me in. Austin Healy.
That's a shoe
Actually,
company. I
no,
think.
that's
I
a
don't-
car. Burt Reynolds.
No, it's not Burt Reynolds. This person's name is Rowan Atkinson.
Oh,
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
So we've got David Copperfield, Bob Dylan, and Mr.
Oh, I wonder
Bean.
how his teeth are.
Yeah, this will be good. Yeah,
That guy is unbelievably rich.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
real
he'll
rich. Mr. Bean did real good. There's only like 19 episodes of Mr. Bean, and there's no dialogue, so they work in any language. It's pretty good.
So we have a patient that she watches Rowan Atkinson stuff because you don't have to hear it. And it's just this continuous loop of Mr. Bean stuff. So he has, I'm sorry to say, a giant nose. And he's retrognathic, which means he has a really small lower jaw. And so his teeth, pictures of his teeth are really rare.
Huh.
He
doesn't smile very much, or at all.
doesn't smile very much.
Oh.
Well,
No smiler.
oh my God.
This we give these people NS
No smile.
for no smile.
Oh.
I know.
That's so sad.
Well, no. I mean,
We need to smile.
he's well,
I know. Who was the other person?
the guy
Paul
from whose
Newman.
line is it?
Oh
Paul
yeah,
Newman. No.
Randy Newman.
Randy,
He had really
Randy
bad
Newman
teeth.
and the
I think
guy from
we
whose
gave him
line
a
is it?
1, I think.
I'm like, I've looked at 100 pictures of
We've done
him,
a lot
and
of
it
people
even
at this
says
point.
Rowan Atkinson's teeth. So okay, here we go. That's
It's not
about
gonna
as
stay.
That's about as good as we can get.
Okay,
And it's-
they're pretty small.
they're not
probably
great. He's got
grinds.
I'm going to give him a 5.
You're
'cause
giving
I
him a
like him. 4.
Because he's the
British.
Because he's the bean.
Better than Bob Dylan.
Oh gosh.
Better than Bob Dylan. You know what? It's once we start
not-
to
I mean,
compare our ratings between people, our scoring system starts to break down, and we don't really.
Let me see.
It's kind of hard to. But
Yes.
yeah, that's funny.
That's it.
But yes, these were excellent ratings, and we loved having you on the show.
I would
Debbie.
like to give her an
you.
opportunity to just
Do your plug.
We're gonna
So
you do a
websites,
plug for your thing, and again, you
Social media.
Everybody's been seeing
Thank
you. Look at
you.
your pamphlet is wonderful.
Oh, thank you,
It's
Doctor.
really informative and nice, and just give a little kind of commercial for your business.
My passion for health is why I do what I do at 62 years old. I was corporate America for so many years, and doing what I do now, anyone with a chronic symptom of weight, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, and you want to get healthy by just changing a little bit in your diet, cognitive behavioral changes, lifestyle changes. That's what makes a difference. I also am launching on my website is my Wellness Academy. I'm very proud of that. There's 11 videos, and it's kind of how, with all my sessions in the 11 videos, along with a study guide. So that will be coming out soon.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Go ahead and look into that camera and give your name and phone number and how people can contact you.
Debbie Romano, founder of Fountain Hills Healthy Heartbeats. You can reach me at 708-267-1413, or you can email me at fhealthyheartbeats@gmail.com, or visit my website at fountainhillshealthyheartbeats.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you,
Thank you
Debbie,
very
for
much
joining
for being
us.
here. That
Thank you
was
so
fun.
much.
We would love to have you on in the future sometime. We're a little behind the scenes. Dr. Terry and Marianne are going on a trip, so we're going to be banking
yes.
some of these episodes up, and it might be a little while before you see Dr. Terry again.
Well, I might do some podcasts from the
Oh, that'd be fun.
deck of a
Are you going to actually do that, or are you just teasing?
Scientology ship.
Okay.
No, I'm
All
just
right.
kidding. We're going to Athens. We're going on a Mediterranean cruise for
wonderful.
2 weeks.
Are you going to actually do podcasts?
I'm thinking
or?
I might do some
All
little
right,
snippet
we'll get you
things.
set up with some equipment to do that.
Yeah, we'll do it from like that. I don't know what the thing is. I don't know. It might be I don't know. It
You
might
could.
be
We could just have it as like a clip.
Yeah, that's
if
what
you
we'll
just
do.
take a
They'll be
video of
just-
yourself with the thing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'll make
we'll
it
post
work.
them
I'll
on
figure it out.
in one of the grams.
There's only one
Tick
gram.
Talk
There's
or
no-
tick a gram or tick a face a tick or face a tick. Face a TikTok a gram.
All right.
All right, we're starting a new frickin' streaming service.
There's too many streaming services. We don't need any streaming services. And with that, we're going to say thank you for listening to the Dental Works podcast. If you'd like to listen to the oh wait, I messed it up.
I did. Yes, you did.
And with that, we say thank you for listening to the Dental Works podcast. If you'd like to support the show, I almost messed it up again, and now I'm talking about almost messing it up.
Stop.
If you'd like to
That's
support the show,
crazy.
please give us a rating on iTunes or your podcast player of choice. If you'd like to get in contact with the show or you have questions, please send an email to dentalworkspodcast@gmail.com. We may talk about your question on the show. If you're located in the Phoenix area and you need dental work, please give us a call at 480-391-0099. Oh, that was weird. It's kind of like
Echo.
You guys are
constructive
great.
Take
interference.
care, everybody.
Thanks for watching. We'll
That's
see you
awesome.
guys on the next episode. This podcast was produced by T-Door Productions. Theme song written and recorded by Neil Hathaway. Vocals by Terry Work. Sound effects provided by freesfx.com and zapsplat.com.